Hello everyone, good evening. Today we are going to start with the third point on Darlington pair configuration. Yesterday we did start up with the input resistance of the Darlington pair and the current gain of the Darlington pair. The input resistance was been given by 2 R pi 1 into beta or 2 R pi 2 into beta 2, something of that sort. And the current gain of Darlington pair was nothing but Bunty and Bubbly, beta 1 into beta 2, which was very high as compared to the normal cascaded connection. Since the current gain of Darlington pair is very high, which is not possible in single transistor, we call that configuration, or we call this Darlington pair configuration as a super beta transistor. Now, as we saw that RID is very high, no doubt the input resistance of the Darlington pair which we want, और जो हमें चाहिए कि अपना input resistance high हो, घर में अगर कोई मेहमान हमें नहीं चाहिए, we do expect that the input resistance should be as high as it could be, but unfortunately the biasing resistor RB जो हमारे डायग्राम में था, if you just look onto the previous diagram, over here, यहाँ पे we had RID, then we had a biasing resistor RB, which is in but of course which is must in a practical circuit, which comes in parallel with RID. If I'm not wrong, over if you look into the AC analysis, if I'm looking into the network from this side, there is the input resistance of the Darlington pair configuration, no doubt about it, but then again this entire configuration is coming in parallel with RB, the biasing resistor. Hence, in practice, the high input resistance of the Darlington pair is not maintained. To overcome this, we use a concept called as bootstrapping. Now, we don't want to go into details of bootstrapping. It's just that it's not there currently into our R syllabus, but yes, to overcome this problem, we use a method called as bootstrapping. If you want, you can Google that, or if you want, we can talk about it in the later stage of the course. Now, we'll start up with a numerical today, as promised yesterday. This is a numerical. I would expect everyone to just be prepared with their calcs. I don't want you all to draw the diagram right now. Just pay attention on how to solve the numerical based on Darlington pair. If it arrives in the paper, it basically arrives for 10 to 12 marks on an average. Now, सर आप बोल रहे हो 10 से 12 मार्क, उससे बड़ा कोई क्वेश्चन आता है? यस, द क्वेश्चन बेस्ड ऑन designing basically comes for 15 marks in general paper, in normal paper, regular as well as KT. So yes, after this topic is done, we'll be proceeding ahead with cascode configuration, and once cascode connection is being done, we will be proceeding for designing of an amplifier, in which I would expect every one of you to contribute equally. Now, for the amplifier shown, the question goes something like this, that for the amplifier shown, calculate RIS, that is the input resistance at source, calculate the RO. The one important point that we are going to cover over here is the Q point for the transistor 1 and the transistor 2. So let's start. The values of the resistances are being given. The voltage of plus VCC is given as 10 volt. For the very first time, I have introduced something of this sort, 2K2. That means this resistor is of the value 2.2 kilo ohms. Now, here we have RIS. I have already mentioned it over here. We won't be needing the coupling capacitor or the bypass capacitor, hence I haven't mentioned the values over here. It's still good to mention them in nomenclature. Now, this is the VS over here, and since this is a mother circuit. Now, how would I know it is a mother circuit? Since the biasing resistors RB is a combination of R1 and R2. Since it is a mother circuit, अगर ये माँ का आशीर्वाद है, अगर ये मदर सर्किट है, तो हमें माँ का आशीर्वाद लेना ज़रूरी बनता है. Hence, we'll be calculating a value V, which will be appearing over here, and a value RB. So let's get started, everyone. I would expect every one of you कि आप लोगों ने अपना कैल्सी अपने हाथ में अभी रखा होगा. Yes? If not, please do pause the video right now and just verify the values with me, and do let me know if I have made some mistakes. Now, the value of V is given as VCC into R2 upon R1 plus R2. Now, this turns out to be VCC is nothing but 10 into 125 upon R1 plus R2 is nothing but 335 plus 125, which turns out to be 460, 460. Just look over here that I haven't mentioned the numbers into 10 raised to power 3 into 10 raised to power 3, since they both will be getting cancelled eventually. Hence, it is simpler to write 10 into 125 upon 460, the value of which I have received is 2.717 volt. Please do verify with me, everyone. Now, the value of RB is given as R1 parallel R2, R1 parallel R2 if I look into the diagram, circuit diagram, it is nothing but 335 parallel 125. If you want to do it in a calci directly in one step, it is nothing but 335 ka inverse plus 125 ka inverse, the entire answer ka inverse. So the result is nothing, is somewhere nearby 91.03 kilo ohms. That is what I have received. Please do verify your values with me. Now for the very first time, your IB is going to change. Generally we did have the formula V minus VB upon RB plus 1 plus beta RE. Now here, since it is a two-stage configuration over here, the formula is a little bit different. Let's see very smoothly. It is nothing but V minus VBE1 minus VBE2. No need to write on over here besides VBE1 or VB2, because it is assumed that the transistors are working or in on condition. Now in below we have RB as usual plus, initially we used to have 1 plus beta into RE. Since here we have two transistors, it will be nothing but 1 plus beta into 1 plus beta into RE. The value of beta is given as 100, so please don't be mistaken by that. If I write the values over here, it is nothing but we have received it as 2.717 minus 0.7 VBE1 ka 0.7 VBE2 ka, hence that turns out to be 1.4 upon RB. The value of RB is received as 91.03 K plus beta is 100, 1 plus beta gives me 101 ka square, 101 ka square into RE. RE is nothing but 1K, hence 1K. The value which I have received, please do verify on your calci, is nothing but 0.128 microamps. Please do verify. I am repeating again and again, 0.128 microamps. Now IC1, the output current of the first transistor, is given as beta into IB1. IB1 is this, multiplying that result with 100 would give me somewhat 12.8 microamps. This is for the very first time that your IC is coming in micro, और in generally हमारे पास आज तक जितने भी हम numerical करते थे, हमारे पास IC generally we used to get it in milli, but since it is a two-stage amplifier and since it is a Darlington pair configuration on the top of it, हमें IC1 जो ये वाला value है IC1 का यहाँ पर जो होगा, that is nothing but 12.8 microamps. Now IE1 जो यहाँ से आपका IE1 है, ये IE1 which will later on become your IB2, as we had discussed in the previous basic introduction video, wherein the emitter connection is given as an input to the base of the second transistor. Hence your IE1 becomes your IB2, hence your IE1, which is nothing but IB2, which is nothing but 12.92 micro. It is simply the addition of IC1 and IB1. Hence this two, IB1 plus IC1, will give me IE1 over here, which is nothing but IB2, which is given by the value 12.92 microamps. If I multiply this value IB2 with my beta, I'll be getting a value IC2, which is given by 1.29 milliamps. Now if I add IB2 plus IC2, I'll be getting the resultant as IE2, which is nothing but 1.3 milliamps. I would expect everyone has verified the values with me, and if not, please do verify the values with me. It's quite necessary that you keep on solving with me. I don't expect you to draw the entire diagram, but yes, the numericals are a little bit important. So yes, let's start with the second side of the page. Now over here we have RPi1 and RPi2. Generally the formula for RPi is nothing but Vt upon Ib. Since it is RPi1, we will be having Vt upon Ib1. Vt का value is nothing but thermal voltage, which is given by 26 millivolt. To be precise, it is given as 25.8. But in order to be very much simple, we write it as 26 millivolt upon Ib1. The value of Ib1 over here is 0.128 microamps. The value of RPi1 that I have received is 203 kilo ohms. Similarly, the value of R pi 2 over here is given by Vt upon Ib2. It is nothing but 26 millivolt upon Ib2. The value of Ib2 over here is given as 12.92 microamps. The resultant is giving me 2.02 किलो ओम्स. फॉर एडिशनल पर्पस मैंने यहाँ पे ट्रांस कंडक्टेंस भी ढूंढ के रखा है GM1 एंड GM2 विच माइट बी यूज्ड एट अ लेटर स्टेज. GM1 is given by IC, or in simpler words to remember transconductance, it is given by output current upon the thermal voltage. Output current for the first transistor is given by IC1 upon the thermal voltage 26 millivolt. IC1, according to our calculations, we have received it as 12.8 microamps upon the thermal voltage, which is nothing but 26 millivolt. The value of GM1, I have received it as 0.492 units for GM. Anyone? Millisiemens, or you can have it as mho, ulta rho ka sign. GM2, again we will be having the value of IC2 upon VT. There is no VT2, please do pay attention. IC2 is given by 1.29 milliamps upon 26 millivolt. So the resultant is the value which I have received is 49.6 millisiemens. This is what I have received. Up till here, the AC analysis and the DC analysis ka part is being done. But now let's look back at the question and see what are we being asked. We are being asked to find out input resistance and output resistance. Both of this have to be found out by AC analysis. We have been told to find out the Q point, something crucial for the very first time after the numericals for the previous multi-stage also. We haven't been told to find the Q point anywhere. This is for the very first time that in multi-stage we are being told to find out the Q point. If you are told to find out Q point, that means you will have to find out VCE1 and VCE2 values. So yes, let's start with this. First of all, we will be needing VC1. Now what is VC1 is equals to VC2? Let's see. VC1, this is the collector current coming from the first transistor, and this is a collector current coming from the second transistor. This point is known as VC in general. If I consider this point coming from here, it is known as VC1, but since it is common, this point is common to both this connection and this connection, it becomes VC1, which is equals to VC2. Now, in another words, if I wanted to find out the value of VC, how would I find it out? It would be simple as by applying a KVL over here. It would be VCC minus ICRC. But the current flowing over here is not simply IC1. It is also IC2. Hence, the formula would be VCC minus, since this resistor is having two currents, IC1 and IC2, I'll be writing IC1 plus IC2 into RC. I haven't written RC1 and RC2 because we have a single RC connection over here. Now, if I substitute the values, I have something as 10 volt minus, into brackets, I have 12.8 micro plus 1.20 milli. Kaun milli? 1.20 milli into 2.2 K. You can have a cross sign over here. The value which I have received over here is somewhere around 7.33 volt. Volt is important, बच्चा. Please do pay attention on the units. I am still repeating. Voltage है, voltage unit रहेगा. Resistance है, ohms में unit रहेगा. अगर resistance है, किलो ohms या ohms में रहेगा. But अगर transconductance है, तो मिलीसीमेन या मिलीमो में रहेगा. Something of that sort. Now, VE2, something very beautiful. Voltage appearing across the RE connection over here is nothing but VE2, or I would say emitter voltage at the second point. It is the this is the voltage between this and this point. So it is simply given as IE2 into RE2, but of course we have calculated IE2 as 1.3 milli into RE2 is simply 1K over here. Hence it is given as 1K. The value is nothing but 1.3 volt. 3 volt. Now there is a twist. If I consider VE1 over here, VE1, which is nothing but the voltage, emitter voltage at this point. If you look carefully, we write plus minus over here if we used to write, VB VBE. Since this is the second transistor, I'll be having VBE2. Now, the value of VBE is generally given as 0.7. So if I want to go from this point to this point in terms of voltage, can I have VE1, which is nothing but VE2 plus 0.7 volt, since I am starting my journey from this point and I am ending my journey at this point. So the logical equation would be VE2 plus VBE2 over here, it would be plus, it would be minus VE2. So VE1, sorry, my bad. So it will be, so if I take the minus sign on that side, we have an equal to over here. Hence, the formula for VE1, which is the most crucial part over here, becomes VE2 plus 0.7. Or if you don't want to get into this equation complication, you can simply assume that you want a voltage over here, you want to start your journey from here, just add the voltages that you're having in line. The only voltage that you have in line is VBE2, which is nothing but 0.7 for a silicon transistor. So yes, your value would be VE2 plus 0.7. The value of VE2 is 1.3 plus 0.7, the value of which I am receiving it as 2 volt. Now, VCE1 is the voltage across the collector and the emitter of the first transistor. So VCE1 is nothing but VC1 minus VE1. VC1 I have received it as 7.33 and VE1 is nothing but 2. Hence this will be 5.33 volt, and VCE2 means the voltage appearing across the collector and the emitter terminal of the second transistor. So this one will be VC1 माइनस VE2. सर गड़बड़ सर यहाँ पे तो VC2 आना चाहिए. बच्चा यहाँ पे देख, यहाँ पे इधर देख, मार्क इधर है, तेजा ये है अपना. Now since this is the VC1 is equals to VC2, I can write it down as VC1 minus VE2, which is nothing but 7.33 minus 1.3, which will be giving you 6 volt. Yes, AC analysis on the next page. थोड़ा शोशा करने के लिए बेटा. There's no space over here. So now, the AC analysis that you might be remembering from the yesterday's lecture, that since it is a two-stage transistor, two-stage Darlington pair, it is simpler that we have it in this type of configuration. Again, I'll start with the nomenclature. It will be this. If this is the first stage and this is the second stage, so this one will be R pi 1, this one will be beta 1, IB1, this one will be R pi 2, this one will be beta 2, IB2. Now the current, let's see, if this is IB1, I am having here as B1, here as C1, and here as E1. Similarly over here I am having B2, I am having C2, and यहाँ पे I am having E2 into configuration. The current outgoing from this is IE1, which at a later stage becomes the input current to the second stage, hence which is also known as IB2. And if this is R pi 2, the voltage across that will be V pi 2. If this is R pi 1, we don't need to get into that complication as of now. Is there a load resistance connected to the circuit diagram? Please do check the original diagram. Please go back and check the circuit diagram. Do we have RL into the picture? Do we? No. If there is no RL or load resistance into the circuit, the output current flows through RC. The output current been given as IO. Output current goes from bottom to top, and we calculate voltage from top to bottom. Hence VO के साथ there will be always a negative sign, and the final gain AV का value will be negative in nature. Now let's see if we have missed out anything. No. Now let's start with the impedances first. If I am standing over here, if मेरा अमूद है for example, जो चाय पीने में मशहूर है, suppose if there is a chai ka tapri over here, if there is a chai stall over here, and this is that bucket, and my Amod is standing over here having his free chai. Now Amod is standing over here, he's looking into the network. Now what he's able to see is he's able to see only a resistance. If he's standing at this point, I'm not having a height like this, मेरे बच्चे की हाइट सिर्फ इधर तक ही है मैक्सिमम, सो ही विल बी एबल टू सी व्हाट ही इज़ एबल टू सी इन फ्रंट और बिलो इट. सो येस, यहाँ पे मेरा अमोद खड़ा है बच्चा, एंड ही इज़ एबल टू सी इन टू द नेटवर्क. When he is able to see into the network, since this is the second stage, hence the name ZB2 over here. If this is ZB2 and if my Amod is standing over and if he's looking into the network, my ZB2 will be simple R pi 2, which is nothing but 2.02 kilo ohms. Now if I'm having a taller person standing over here, Amod se thoda lamba, suppose first year mein we had a student, I just remember the surname, Katrodia, Mohini Katrodia. Yes, her height is way far than normal. बच्ची लंबी है. Then we have another one, खारा, ध्रुव खारा. So yes, those taller person, if I'm making them stand over here, and यहाँ पे अगर मेरा बच्चा खड़ा है, then he is looking into the network. Now he'll start his journey from this point and he'll go into the he'll apply that goose method. यहाँ से वो goose method apply करेगा, and if he's starting from journey from his point, he would but of course come back to this point. So let us start the journey from B1. I'll go inside. I'll come back, I'll come to E1, I'll go down. I'll come down over here, I'll look at E2 के बाद ground है, hence no point of going further, hence I'll come back to the journey. Now when I'm coming back, but of course I need to pick up the resistance in with me, but यहाँ पे there is a twist. Generally when I told yesterday that we have to shift the resistance from base to emitter, actually we are shifting the resistance from emitter to base. If you look carefully, the emitter E1 and the base B2 are simple common points, and the resistance which we are going to pick up is coming in series with R pi 1. If you remember the formula, whenever we transfer the resistance from emitter to base over here, I'll repeat my statement, whenever we transfer the resistance from emitter to base, you multiply that resistance with 1 plus beta and you connect it in series with R pi. Hence the formula for ZB1, which is visible from here, is somewhat like this. It is nothing but ZB2 into 1 plus beta plus R pi 1. सर आपने तो बोला सर R pi 2 आएगा. अरे बाबा, R pi 2 इज़ नथिंग बट ZB2 विच इज़ कनेक्टेड ओवर हियर. हेंस थोड़ा डेढ़ शाना बनने के लिए मैंने ZB2 लिखा. तेरे को कोई तकलीफ है? नहीं. लेट्स मूव फर्दर. नाउ ZB2 into 1 plus beta plus R pi 1. If I substitute the value, that will be 2.02 kilo ohms into 1 plus beta. Beta is 100. 1 plus beta gives you 101 plus, I'll make those square brackets, plus R pi 1. R pi 1 का value was 203K. The value of which I have received is somewhere around 407.02 kilo ohms. Please mention the units, bacha. It's always necessary. It carries equal importance. Now the thing is simple. I want to find out the input impedance, or the input impedance at source, which is nothing but the input resistance, as I would say, at visible at source. S stands for source, I stands for input resistance. Hence the input resistance at source. If I am standing over here, I am able to look into a network which is nothing but RB parallel some interconnected network, which is nothing but RB parallel ZB1. If I am not wrong over here, then your formula will be RB parallel ZB1, which is given by 91.03 parallel 407.02, which is equal to the value which I have received. If 91 is in parallel with 407, the resultant will be छोटे से भी छोटा, hence the resultant will be smaller than 91. The value which I have received is 74.4 kilo ohms. Now to find out the output resistance, do we have ask yourself the question, is RL connected into the circuit? No. If not, then the output current flows through the output resistance, that is RC, given in our case. RC is given as 2K2, that is nothing but 2.2 kilo ohms. And for the very first time, the value of gain I have written directly. If we need to derive, it's a half cut derivation, not required. फिलहाल के लिए मोटे से रबड़ के पीछे we have this formula to be written, and the formula is simple. It is nothing but minus of beta into twice of beta, 2 plus beta into RC upon ZB1, which is given by minus beta is 100 into 100 plus 2, it's 102 into 2.2k, I'll make this as a cross, upon ZB1 I have received it as 407.02k, the value of which I have received is minus 55.03. This is the gain of a Darlington pair configuration, the voltage gain, as I was saying. Now we'll stop the lecture here today itself. I would expect everyone to take down this numerical. I have already provided you with the notes. If possible, draw the circuit diagram first and then try to solve the numerical on your own. Since I have already provided you with the solution and the notes, it would be much better if you give it a try, because in exam it generally comes for around 10 marks and there won't be a longer question than this. So yes, I would expect that you do a numerical based on Darlington pair along with the theory. Yes, so that's all for today. Thank you everyone. Thank you.